We had a beat on that GDP number, but the reaction in AUD, wow, pretty strong, Rob.
Yeah, look, you certainly have to take that on board. Slightly surprised by the size of the bounce in the currency, let's face it. It's been, what, 27 years in Australia since we've seen a technical recession, but a 0.3 growth in the first quarter, nothing to get too excited about. But generally, I think there was a sense through last week that there was the possibility of a negative print. The fact that we avoided that, coming in at plus 0.3, probably just enough to see the currency push a bit higher. I doubt there's too much upside really beyond 75.5. Fed, let's face it, they're going to raise rates next week. The outlook for China beyond the National People's Congress not particularly positive, and we've certainly seen weakening in commodity prices as well. So we're certainly continuing to forecast the Aussie dollar lower through the end of this year, 73 cents, and into the mid-60s by end of next year.
So here's the thing, when is the RBA going to cut? Because, I mean, economic conditions seem to warrant it, or do they? I don't know. I mean, when you track GDP numbers over the last, let's say, I don't know, 6-9 months, it's pretty rocky. It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, look, we've seen a lot of volatility, quarter-to-quarter volatility in GDP of late. Interestingly, the RBA, in its policy statement, actually referred to that. They talked about quarter-to-quarter volatility, but they continue to forecast above-trend growth as we move through next year and the year after as well. So, look, in answer to your question, what does it take for a rate cut here? I think it takes a lot. We would certainly have to see a continuation of that weakness that we saw in the first quarter. And remember, weather played quite a large part. We had Tropical Cyclone Debbie significantly impacting coal exports. It seems to have an impact on construction as well. So I think quite rightly RBA looking through, I'm looking through that data at the moment. And I think with the very bubbly housing market that we still got here in Australia, it would take a lot for the RBA to cut rates. We're forecasting no change this year. We're also forecasting no change next year as well.